witness the magic of Greenhead lobsters in Maine, actually on the docks where the fishermen bring all of the fresh lobsters in. This process called HPP is what is the magic and allows you to get all of the meat out of the shell, just like Chef Nicole Gaffney showed you. And this is not a TV trick. It really works. When you get your Greenhead lobsters and you prepare them as you would like, the high pressure process allows those shells to come completely out, the tails come completely out of the shell, so you get all the meat, nothing but the meat. This is the only day this month we're presenting this, and we're offering it in the 6 count at $249.98. And these are the 6 to 7 ounce size, so they're the larger tails. Or you can double the offer, not doubling the price. You save $49.98 by picking up on the 12 count of the 6 to 7 ounce high pressure processed lobster tails with the Kate's butter. $449.98 for 12, 5 easy pays, and if you want to lock into auto delivery, you can do that. Have them ship automatically every 90 days for 1 year. First ship week is available right now, so if you want them now and you can't wait until the holidays, not a problem. The 6 count, we have fewer than 400 that can ship out immediately. And in the 12 count, we only have 200 that can ship out immediately. The other 2 ship weeks are November 6th or December 12th, and you can ask about either of those. Okay, so I am so excited that I get to virtually go back in my mind to standing on the dock with you.
I know.
And watching the fishermen bring the lobster in and the process to which they create these amazing lobster tails.
It was so cool. And that was cool. Such a fond memory for me. I know it is for you too. But it's all about the location when it comes to lobster. It really does make such a difference where it comes from. And our lobster, of course, is certified from Maine. So Greenhead Lobster is located in Stonington, Maine, and that's actually known as the lobster capital of the world. And it's all about these beautiful, pristine, ice-cold waters in this rock-bound coast.
It was ice-cold temperatures, too.
Yes, it was.
By the way.
In the summertime.
Standing out there in the summertime.
Yeah. But it's that cold temperature that really produces the sweetest and most succulent lobster in the entire world.
So good.
It is. And then, of course, we take it one step further for you at QVC with that HPP process, which stands for high pressure processing. And it shoots thousands of gallons inside of the lobster shell. So it does 2 things. Not only does it release the meat from the shell like that, but it cleans it too. So you're not going to get any of that gook and stuff in there. And look inside of the shell. Look
at the shell. The completely empty, and all the way down, even the tail.
Exactly.
Is all edible, and that meat comes out. Normally, when we try to prepare them, we're not chefs like Nicole. We try to prepare a lobster. We're cutting down the back. It's not sexy. It doesn't look good. And here is this, partial, lobster tail. You're digging in there trying to get the rest of it because it's expensive. Let's face it. I mean, we want every little bit of it.
Yes.
But now we can actually get and enjoy all of this meat. And when you talked about actually where the lobster comes from, what I loved about my experience there is to actually see what happens. And when we talk about harvested from the ocean, they come right off of the boats from the docks and go right back into salt water where they stay until this process happens. So when you get them, they are fresh out of the water. The high pressure process is very quick, so it freezes in and locks in the flavor.
Exactly.
They're measured and weighed specifically for the amount of ounce weight, so you're guaranteed to get 6 to 7 ounces with each lobster tail. And again, the facility is immaculate in terms of actually seeing where everything is happening.
Oh, yes.
Of course, now, what you do with the lobster is up to you. For me, I'm looking at this as imagine taking 6 family members to a 5-star white linen tablecloth restaurant and getting lobster tails, 6 to 7 ounce lobster tails. That is going to be more than $250.
Oh, yeah.
Double that if you're getting up the 12 count. And here we're offering you an opportunity to save almost $50. So that's the offer. If you want to ship them now, you can. If you want them for November or December, you can ask about that as well.
Yeah, it really, really matters, the quality of your seafood. Hey,
Come on in here, Mary
I'm
Beth.
just going to say, have pork,
Bring
we'll
a fork.
enter.
Yes,
BYOF, bring your own pork.
Oh,
Yes.
my goodness,
Dip in that
Nicole.
butter.
We've had these a few different times. They are the best. And you know, I have to tell you, you can go out and buy a lobster dinner, and it can be rubbery and not done well. I tell you, if you're going to do it, do it right. And that's what these are. That's
and you're
what
not
Greenhead
messing
is
it
all
up.
about.
You can't mess it up because of the process.
Exactly. And you know, they're so easy to prepare as well. All you have to do when you get these home is put them in the freezer, and when you're ready to cook them, take them out to defrost. I like to do it overnight. It's the best way to do it.
Right.
And then all you have to do is boil or steam them for 6.5 minutes. It's foolproof. If you set a timer, there's no way you can mess this up.
Here's the way that they come in a resealable bag. So once you open it up, if you don't use them all, you can reseal it. All of the instructions that Nicole just told you are here, so you cannot mess it up. And this family that actually brings these lobster to us, which I got to meet all of them.
I bet they're sweet as
They
can be.
are wonderful. It is a family that has literally been in the business for centuries, decades, and they continue to be passionate about it, watching the boats come up. I actually went down on the floating dock.
You did?
I was scared to death.
Wild.
I was scared to death.
walk on that. Yeah.
Picked up the lobsters, and you know, it was just really, really a cool experience.
It's such an idyllic place.
It is.
And all they do there is lobster. And you know, to speak to how fresh and good our Greenhead lobster is, even when it's frozen.
Yeah.
That's what we were eating when we were in Maine. We were still eating the frozen Greenhead lobster tails because they're just that good.
I tell you, that is the best lobster there is. And there's no doubts. And these things are big. I mean, they are big.
This is
so
the
that
6 to 7 ounces.
Wow.
Yeah. So this, and if you were to think about it, put this with one of the Ristelli steaks.
Yes.
I
Surf
mean,
and turf, baby.
how much would that surf and turf be?
Oh, a lot of
when
places,
they say market price?
Yeah, it's usually about $75 to $85 to $100.
Yeah.
And you're getting it, I mean, that's just for one little tiny tail.
Right, you're not getting a 6 to 7 ounce
Right.
tail there. And you'll be very lucky if you can get a tail that's from Maine. You know, it's actually a different species that's in the Caribbean and warmer waters. They're called spiny lobsters, and they don't have claws. And they do taste different. I was down in the Caribbean earlier this year, and we had an amazing lobster dinner. But the whole time I'm eating it, I was just like, this
it's not
just
the same.
does not
the
compare.
same.
If you've had lobster and maybe been a little bit disappointed by it, like I don't get what all the hype's about, it probably wasn't true Maine lobster. And you have to know your source when it comes to seafood. You know, there's lots of sneaky things happening in the industry, and you're not always getting what they say you're getting.
Well, the other thing about that was they explained to us about the sustainability and the fact that they are very, very careful with the selections and make sure that the you know, basically tagging the lobsters so you know that you're getting the ones that are from the commercial fishermen that have dedicated their lives to this profession.
One quick, I have to just say something about that butter. The butter
It's amazing.
is not
The
like
butter.
what you buy in the grocery store. This is, again, it goes back to what are those milk cows eating and what kind of butter you get from them and the milk that you get from them. And so just though I know we're raving about the lobsters and we need to because we love them, but that butter is worth it too. It really is.
Also made in the great state of Maine in small batches. It's perfectly salted, so you get that sort of sweet lobster with the salty butter. It's just a match made in heaven. It's so perfect. And I think it's best to eat the lobster just as nature made it.
I think so,
But
too.
you know what? Make a lobster roll if you want. We
Mm-hmm.
have lobster tacos. We've taken 2 of the tails and made these lobster cocktails.
I think
so if
that's
you're
a great
having,
idea.
if you're having, you know, a party and you want to stretch these out, I mean, you can take 6 tails and turn it into 12, or take 12 and turn it into 24.
And
There's
if you
so
really
many
want to
things.
make it a pinky up experience, add a Bellissimo wine to it.
There
We've
you
got
go,
the
a little
sparkling
Prosecco.
wine, Prosecco's to come up in the show as well. So all of that to say, this is when you want to take your holiday traditions to the next level. The November ship week is now the most limited, and that is in both choices, Carrie, the 6 and 12. In the 6 count, we have 225. And in the 12 count, we have 115, and that's it. I just heard a bottle of champagne pop. That's a celebratory.
Party started.
Party is ready to start.
All right.
And then if you want the December ship week, we still have quantities available. 450 in the 6 count, 250 in the 12. And then if you want the immediate ship week, we still have those, Carrie. 300 in the 6 count and 190 that can ship out immediately in the 12. Would you please tell the family and everybody at Greenhead I said hello?
Absolutely. I'll be there later this year, so I'll definitely tell them hello.
Good. Looking forward to it. And honestly, continue in the process of placing your order. If you need people to come over and have dinner with you when you're getting serving the Greenhead, give me a call. I'll be right there. Thank you, Nicole.
Thanks, Jim.